Today we will discuss about redness of the eye. I am Dr. Suman Kurmi, registered Jorhat Medical College and Hospital. Redness of the eye. A red eye is one of the cardinal signs of ocular inflammation. Redness results from dilatation of blood vessel in the anterior portion of the eye. Many ocular conditions which causes redness of eye. These are infective or allergic conjunctivitis, trauma, keratitis, iridocyclitis, acute and chronic congestive glaucoma, episcleritis and scleritis, pterygium, endophthalmitis, trachoma, phyllectrin, subconjunctival hemorrhage. Now coming to different types of ocular congestions. Congestion of conjunctival vessel. In conjunctival congestion mainly affects the posterior conjunctival vessels. It is seen in bacterial or viral conjunctivitis. Congestion of ciliary vessels. It is also known as circumciliary congestion. In circumciliary congestion involves branches of the anterociliary arteries, which indicates inflammation of the cornea, iris, or ciliary body. It is seen in conditions like bacterial, viral, or protozoal keratitis, in iridocyclitis, acute congestive glaucoma, etc. Congestion of episcleral vessels. It can be idiopathic or it may be present with rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, Crohn's disease, or other connective tissue disease. Scleritis. It is a serious inflammatory disease of sclera. It is associated with connective tissue disease. How will you differentiate conjunctival congestion from ciliary congestion? Conjunctival congestion is more marked in the fornices, but ciliary congestion is more marked around the limbus. The direction of conjunctival vessels are centripetal. It means the vessels are directed toward the center, but ciliary vessels are centrifugal. It means the ciliary vessels are directed toward the periphery. Conjunctival congestion are bright red in color, but ciliary congestion is purple or dull red in color. In conjunctival congestion, congested vessel moves with bulbar conjunctiva, but in ciliary congestion, vessel does not move with the bulbar conjunctiva. On mechanical squeezing, blood flows slowly from vessel in conjunctival congestion. In ciliary congestion, blood flows rapidly on squeezing. First photograph showing conjunctival congestion, which is bright red in color and having multiple branching. In second photograph showing ciliary congestion, which is more marked around the limbus and dark red in color. Now coming to episcleral congestion. Episcleral congestion is subconjunctival. Episcleral vessels are pink to red in color. The direction of episcleral vessels are centripetal. It means the episcleral vessels are directed toward the center. Episcleral vessels are anastomosed away from the limbus and form caput medusae. Bulbar conjunctiva moves over the episcleral vessels, but in conjunctival congestion, conjunctival vessels are moves along with the bulbar conjunctiva. In scleritis, affected area is grayish blue or purple in color. There is no prominent vessels and the affected area is tender. Necrotic tissue may be present over the affected area. In the first photograph showing episcleral congestion and in the second photograph showing scleritis, which is grayish blue in color, and some episcleral vessels are there. Subconjunctival hemorrhage. Subconjunctival hemorrhage is also one of the common cause of redness of eye. Subconjunctival hemorrhage is accumulation of blood beneath the conjunctiva. Subconjunctival hemorrhage is usually not secondary to inflammation. In subconjunctival hemorrhage, blood comes from small blood vessel on the surface of the eye, not from the inside. Subconjunctival hemorrhage may seen flowing ocular injury, straining, weightlifting, vomiting, sneezing, coughing, or eye rubbing. It may also occur in patients with bleeding disorder, in hypertensive patients, or spontaneously. Now, how will you examine a case of red eye? Ocular examination by slit lamp with diffuse illumination or by torchlight to rule out different type of congestion. Slit lamp examination with diffuse illumination is the ideal method for examination. In first photograph showing torchlight examination and in second photograph showing slit lamp examination. Thank you.